All right, here we are, hole 7, par 4. First look at this hole from the third tee box. So this is a relatively good wind. It looks like we can actually get over that tree from the third tee box. That's nice. That's a nice thing to see. So that's actually going to make this hole considerably easier. So what I'd like to do is kind of get it down to the edge of this fairway a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do, and also use some curl. But what's nice is that tree's not really going to be in play. All we need to do is hold the fairway. It looks like I'm actually a little bit closer. Oh, wow. I actually just sent it into the rough. So you can see, kind of an unforced error there. You could probably even get a rock out there pretty well. One of the things that you can see that I did is I did kind of go just a little bit heavy with the topspin. That's kind of intentional. I think that the farther you get it down there, kind of the better the angle that you get. So it does have some advantage to get some of that extra length. Let's see what my shot looks like. I'm assuming my opponent will be in the fairway. So if they are, I may just let them kind of show you how they play it here. And maybe I'll just play for the hole. But we'll also see kind of the way that I'm not going to force the issue. If I can't get it onto that fairway, then I'm not going to do this. Well, it looks like I'm good. So you can see the advantages of staying to this edge. I'm still okay, and I can still go for this. And my opponent will be able to as well. So do keep that in mind. I'm going to try to land maybe somewhere up right around here. With a 12 wind, I would probably go, I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of at least 8 rings here. Typically, plus some offset, you can see that I'm using. I'm going to go 9 some rings here. Just a little bit more of offset as well. I'm assuming with that great ball, it's definitely going to push me over to the edge. Oh, wow. So that's still at 9 rings. That was a little bit light. And more than anything, it's kind of the wind effect, but it did land a little bit short. So I needed to go into 10 rings, but also keep in mind that I was pulling down to lower ground. So when I moved down into that sand, I probably almost needed to just push forward a little bit. The same thing, I could have just gone a couple more rings. Going 11 rings there isn't going to be costly. It's not necessarily because of the ring adjustment, but it's because you're moving down to lower ground. So when I move down to lower ground, what does that do? It makes the ball fly shorter. So the ball not necessarily was all entirely shortened by the wind effect there. It was also in part by the fact that the land zone landed short of where it should have. So the ball come up maybe a ring or two short. So a combination of those two, it's just something because most guys aren't going to go as many rings as I just did, and they wouldn't have even got to the point that I did. So just to avoid that mistake, keep that trick in mind because as you can see, that may come into play, more so than you'd like for it to. But here you can see we're relatively close to the hole. I'm just going to kind of play the back of the hole here. And just pop this in with the great ball. So good luck with this hole, guys. I'm going to split these up, and I will catch you guys on the next one.